What's up, y'all? It's your boy DSC, and we're here with another edition of our YouTube. Today, we are going to be talking about the blockbuster trade that shocked everyone. The Washington Wizards sent John Wall and a first-round pick to the Houston Rockets for Russell Westbrook. Shocking. Couldn't believe it happened, and I have a ton of thoughts on why and who won and all this stuff. So make sure you hammer that like button, give the subscription button a little love too. Make sure you're staying around for the video because this is the one you don't want to miss. What's up, y'all? It's your boy DSD, and we're here with another edition of our YouTube. I'm pumped for this one. I'm pumped. I'm really excited to kind of get down to the nitty gritty and tell you what happened and why. But first, I'm taking a sip of coffee because I'm parched. That was delicious. Russell Westbrook was traded from the Houston Rockets to the Washington Wizards for John Wall. Blockbuster. I mean, it was probably a two superstar player trade 5 years ago. I mean, Russell Westbrook's still a superstar. So this is where I want to get into. Russell Westbrook is definitely digressed. Okay, he's gotten a little bit worse, and he's becoming like a bad commodity or whatever that is. First of all, just by looking at it as a fan, the Wizards rocked the Rockets, no pun intended. The Rockets got a damaged John Wall and a first-round pick that doesn't matter. Everyone's like, "Oh, they got a first-round picks don't matter." They really don't. Like, unless you're getting like a Zion stud in every, you just don't have that. So I'm gonna put it right here what the trade details are. So it's a lottery pick through 2023, top 12 in 2024, top 10 in 2025, and top 8 in 2026, and then it becomes a second round pick in 2027. So basically, just really protected, guaranteed to have that lottery pick. But it doesn't matter, guys. Russell Westbrook is better for the Washington Wizards than a first-round pick will ever be. So, just on that end of it, they won the trade just there. Just that one piece. John Wall, on the other end, is a better fit for the Rockets if he's healthy. If. Guys, he hasn't played in 2 years. 2 years. That is a long time, okay? A lot has happened. He's had some serious injuries, too. I don't think he's going to be trash. I don't think that. I think he's going to be a good fit. But Russell Westbrook is better than John Wall. He just is. I even think when John Wall was healthy, Russell Westbrook was better than him. But that's a conversation we can have for a different day. John Wall is a better fit for the Rockets. But the next conversation is, will he be a good fit with James Harden? I do think so. I'm not trying to create any false narratives or anything, but I do think that James Harden is more of the issue than anyone else, but I'm probably going to make a video on that another time, so stay tuned for that. So right off the bat, it made sense for the trade because all these reports are saying that people, Russell Westbrook wants to leave, James Harden would prefer to play with a better player. Both of their contracts, Russell Westbrook and John Wall, have the worst contracts ever. They're terrible. So no one's going to take them. And nobody wanted them. As it was very clear, no one wanted them. So they're both making like $40 million a year plus every year. So they're actually the exact same deal. So they got the Supermax contract from the Houston Rockets for Russell Westbrook. Or actually, I think it was, the OKC Thunder gave it to Westbrook and traded him, I think. And then, whatever. He got a Supermax from one of his original teams. And then John Wall got it from the Wizards. And it's the exact same deal. 3 years left on their deal, and then the fourth year is a player option they can become an unrestricted free agent. So basically 3 more years of $40 million a year. Both horrible contracts. Like, that is just a team killer. That's why I think max contracts could be bad sometimes overall, because it could really drain your team of all the assets and opportunity to grow. We can talk about that another time as well. What I think about how the cap works. So John Wall is just a broken commodity, and he is making the same amount as Russell Westbrook. So Trust me, I don't think Russell Westbrook is the way he used to be, but John Wall is not as good as Westbrook right now. So I'm just going to say it right now, flat out, the Wizards won the trade, no question. So I don't know if the question is who's going to be better. The Rockets probably will be better with John Wall on that team because the team's better, but I can almost guarantee that the Wizards are a playoff team unless something happens with, injuries and all that. They're definitely good enough with Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook to make the playoffs. So right there is worth it, just in that one little piece. Overall, I think that it's pretty unfair what's happening to Russell Westbrook, where they're like saying he's a bad teammate, all these things. I'm a Brody fan. I am a Russell Westbrook respecter. I think he's a great player. He gives maximum energy every single night, and everyone criticizes that, and everyone wants to say, oh, he's not trying too hard on other players, but Russell Westbrook is just like grit, heart. He wants to win. He hates the other team, which I also love, by the way. I hate that everyone in the NBA is all friends now, and they all need to, like, be buddy-buddy with each other, who's, hanging out with who. I hate that. I like the guys who truly want to win, and Russell Westbrook is one of those guys. He really is. So I think Washington is going to be a great fit for him, and not to mention the fact there's not as much to do as there is in Houston and get in trouble, but, to be honest with you, Russell Westbrook's a good player and a really good pro. He's not going to get you in trouble. There's never been really any situations where he's getting anyone in issues or making a bad reflection on the team. So I'm a Russell Westbrook guy. I just am. I respect him, and I think he's a great player. So I think the Wizards won that trade handily. Like, handily. I actually can't believe they did it overall, But I want to go into the next step of his why I think it's just a dumb trade overall. It's a desperation move for both teams. So the Wizards obviously just want to make the playoffs. That's all they care about. All they care about is making the playoffs. And it's a good move on their part just to get Russell Westbrook, but it's still a terrible contract. So there's two pieces to every conversation. By making the playoffs, does that mean that it's worth the trade? In some cases, yes. In other cases, no. So the Houston Rockets didn't get much worse by losing Russell Westbrook. They're still going to be a playoff team and all that. I mean, they're probably statistically going to be worse because he's a better player than John Wall. But I think it's a good swap of players. But the only reason why I did it was just to make sure that they got rid of that garbage contract for another garbage contract to really just try to retool and just hope that this guy works better for either team. Like, honestly, it's a lose-lose. But, it really just also puts an exclamation mark on how the NBA teams just don't care. Honestly, like, I'm not saying, I get it's a business and I respect that, but there was reports out there saying that John Wall wasn't going to get traded was going to get traded, and then the GM, like, poo-pooed it and was like, basically like, you guys are bad people for thinking that because we would never do that. Then John Wall got upset about it, heard all those rumors, and then he still got traded. So it's really just a situation where loyalty's dead, and you just get accepted. So we as fans cannot tell them that, or the players, that they're not loyal by staying with their team, because realistically, your team does not care about the players. All they care about is the business aspect, to sell more teams, sell more merchandise, make more money, win more games, like all that, which I don't have a problem with, but you can't speak out of both sides of your mouth. You just can't. There's two different conversations to have here. And I can tell you overall, guaranteed, that the NBA lost all loyalty. There's no more of that. And that's why it's so rare to see someone like Steph Curry, Udonis Haslem, all those guys who just play their whole career with the team. I wouldn't be surprised if Steph Curry left and went somewhere else, just because the loyalty doesn't exist anymore. It just doesn't. So overall, I would give the trade something like a B-, C+, something like that. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me overall, outside of just, at the end of the day, they're very similar in some ways, but Russell Westbrook's better. He just is. So in that sense, I think that the Wizards won. But man, like, it was a hard trade to dissect, because like, it was kind of sad that these two players who were once like superstars, or at least like in John Wall's case, like very close to a superstar, just you know, just never had an opportunity and just kind of got traded. And it's kind of crazy to me that, well, it goes back to the loyalty thing, that there's no more loyalty. There just isn't. And I think that you just got to accept that as a fan. So that was my little TED talk on my, NBA trades. And the NBA season's starting soon, which I'm super excited about. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. And, smash that like button. And obviously give me a subscription if you like the video. It really mean a lot. And I'm having a lot of fun with this stuff. So I just want to make sure you guys know I really appreciate the support. And thanks as always. And I'll talk to you guys soon.